Welcome to the instructional video on how to sand and shape your wing. Now I'm not going to do the whole wing for you today, but what I am going to do for you is I'll probably just do the half of this, and later down the road I'll teach you guys how to drop test your wings to make sure that they're good. The one thing that you want to be aware of is how thick your wing is. It's not thick, it's about 3/8 of an inch thick, the styrofoam. Also know that it's styrofoam, so it's bendable. And if you are too hard on your wing and sand it too hard, that can happen. And when it does, it's not easy to fix. So you've got to be gentle. Don't try to rush through this. It's delicate. So when you're using a palm sander, you want to make sure that you're always going the length with the palm sander, never sideways with it. Because if you go sideways, the sandpaper will lower down and then catch maybe your styrofoam and rip the styrofoam up. You don't want any of that. So you just want to be able to go with the length of the wing with the palm sander, always keeping it lengthwise. The other thing you're going to need is a Sharpie marker, and it doesn't really matter where or how straight you are here, but you're going to try to draw a line somewhere down the center of this. Once you get your line, everything from that line would be sanded down to a point here. So we're going to sand it down. So this whole section is going to get sanded down to a gradual point. This is the back of my wing. So this is the front of the wing, and this is the back. All right, so we've got our front and we've got our back. And so now with the front and the back is back here, front is up here, and now when we sand it down, we'll sand it down nicely and it'll create this nice edge, this nice corner. And what you want is you don't want any flatness in the back. So like where the back is, you want this all to look like a point. I'm going to show you what I mean. So you're going to take your palm sander and you're going to put it along the line that you've created, and you're going to angle it a little bit. Whatever you do, you don't want your side of your wing to go straight and then down to a corner. You don't want that. You just want it to go gradually down to the corner. And so what we do is we sand it down, slowly angling it. So you'll see that I'm just slowly angling it. I'm not even adding a lot of pressure. It's only styrofoam, so it's going to come off pretty easily. Now I'm also going to bring the wing a little bit off the edge and try to very gently sand it down a little bit off the edge to get my point down there. And then I'll blend it in with the rest, make sure that I'm getting to that original center line that I made. Keeping everything sort of thick here, but like I said, gradually coming to a point. And as you can see, it's got a little nice little point there. And that's what we're trying to create. So you're going to do that on both sides. All right, and obviously I grabbed the broken wing because I didn't want you guys to have the broken wing, but creating it on both sides is fairly simple. And now what you do is when you get to the front, you just turn it around, and this is the one where you're not even going to go back and forth. You're just going to go a little bit over the top. And what you're really trying to create here is somewhat of a rounded front. So that the front is kind of curved a little bit. All right, so it's curved in the front, it's pointed in the back. All right, and then the last thing we want to do is we want to taper the wing down on this side too. Like you'll see it's thick here, it's a little thin here. I'm just going to taper this down. But if you take a look at the side of my wing, that shape is on the worksheet that I gave you. It shows you how to start from the center and go down to the corner there. And then we're going to round off the front here. But I'm actually going to taper this down too, so that it kind of like is a little bit thinner than the rest of the plane. I'm just going to make it a little bit thinner here. Not all the way. I don't want to go all the way to the point, but just tapering it down a little bit. Okay, so that's a little bit better. So now I've got, it's a little bit thinner than it was before, and it's sort of blended in. Now speaking of blending in, that's the last thing we do. Very lightly, very gently, I'm not even really pressing that much. I'm blending all of this together. And then when I'm done on both sides, we can drop test it where you just hold it in the middle and let it go. Don't like throw it down. Just let it go and it'll drop test. But we'll go over that either in another video or in class. That's it.